5 seconds to go. Start. A low key bilateral agreement last year between Egypt and Greece, with the latter being an OECD member, encapsulated a growing trend in migration. Greece allowed seasonal migration of Egyptian farm workers to offset a labor shortage. Other OECD members are following the same route to deal with tight labor markets, and the collective outcome was a record level of new permanent type migrants to OECD countries in 2022, led by India, which displaced China as the largest source of migrants to OECD in 2020. 6.1 million permanent type migrants went to OECD in 2022, an increase of 26%. On average, 80% of migrants were economically active. In the current phase of global migration, India is the leading source of legal economic migration. It does not just end there, as India has also been the main country of origin for new citizens in OECD since 2019. The movement from India is mainly to the Anglosphere world. India's contribution of about 7.5% to global migrant inflows works well for the country. First, there is the consumption boost to the economy as the world's largest recipient of remittances. In 2022, the inflow was $111 billion, about 3.3% of GDP. In addition to that, there are other positive spillovers that come from the changing nature of migration from India. According to the World Bank, almost 36% of the country's remittance inflows are sourced from high skilled migrants in the US, UK, and Singapore. It is the tech industry that is absorbing a significant proportion of them, thereby creating a bridge between India and the world in the most dynamic area of economic activity. Its positive spin offs include investment and transfer of skills back to India through collaborations. The human bridge between India and OECD, which is a proxy for the developed world, is an underestimated source of economic and intellectual dynamism. Migration to a developed country is driven by search for better opportunities. Down the line, India should pay greater policy attention to three things: education, employment, and quality of life. As India's recent migration story shows, the world's always short of first rate human capital. Beyond a narrow slice of elite educational institutions, we are short of quality. High human capital leads to better jobs, which should eventually translate into a better quality of life. If we fix these three areas, achieving developed country status by 2047 is realistic. Three boys who were speech and hearing impaired were run over by a train and killed while playing on the tracks near Vandalpur on Monday. As they could not hear the horn the driver sounded to warn them, reports Sindhu Kannan. Police said the loco pilot of an EMU from Chennai Beach to Chengalpet noticed the children playing on the tracks between Vandalur and Urappakam and kept sounding the horn. But brothers H. Manjunath and J. Ravi and their relative J. Suresh remained oblivious. The pilot could not stop the train in time. Police said the boys were from Hubli, Karnataka and attended a government boarding school for special children. They had come to Chennai to be with their parents during the Dussehra holiday. The parents live at Urappakam and work in a car seat manufacturing unit. The parents told police that they had warned their children not to play on the tracks. Tambaram Railway Police registered a case. Stop.